Make sure you rise above all this madness out here. Mind elevation, man. Fuck that petty shit. You don't need it.
Listen, I still dream the strangest things, vividly surpassing the masses in lavish cars, rocking lavender. Wifey on a passenger, saying goodbye to all the obscene, headed for the finer things. Where can I find a peace of mind?
What's up?
Yeah, y'all should check him out. He got good energy.
Today, I'm here with a super talented artist, and I do mean artist. He goes by the name Namialus Validity. Namialus Validity. That's almost like a little tongue. You gotta have your mouth right when you say that. Namialus Validity. But he's out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, by way of New York a little bit, and he'll explain that a little bit more probably. But I just want to give you a warm welcome, my brother. Thank you for joining me. And introduce yourself a little bit for the people who've never heard of you.
How y'all doing, man? Appreciate the opportunity. It's your boy, Namialus Validity from Fayetteville, North Carolina, man. You know, I make music, artist, rapper, writer, do a little background dancing.
Not background dancing.
All right, but definitely, I appreciate the opportunity, though, man.
No doubt, man. You know, I like to get people on here that are like true artists. You know what I'm saying? To speak to the craft a little bit, speak to the culture. First, we'll go to the origins a little bit. We'll talk about, I know you've answered it a million times on different podcasts and platforms, but for the people who don't know, how did you come up with your name?
I know my nickname is like S Dot, and then like people call me S Dot or Dot. So, you know, when I started making music, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go SDOT. Then it's like, man, you get online, you get on YouTube, you see like that's like taking everybody name S dot this, S dot that. So I was like, yo, I gotta have a name that I know nobody gonna ever have and that nobody's gonna ever think to come up with though. So it's just like, you know, let me have my name spelled backwards though, because my man, rest in peace, my man Flows, he had passed away. His name was Ramik. He had his name spelled backwards. So he had just passed away. Like, you know what? When I was thinking about his name, I'm like, yeah, but we were so close. Even though I changed my name to Nameless when he still was alive, of course, though. But even when he was alive, I'm like, yo, that's what I need to do. I need to change my name, spell my name backwards, though, man, because you know I just wanted something that's gonna be like that nobody, you know what I'm saying, was gonna take. So that's really what it kind of origins of it came from.
And it's crazy that it worked out like that, to where you can change it backwards and it still makes sense. You know what I mean? Like if I spell my name backwards, it's really not gonna be cool at all. You know what I'm saying? You're still cool.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
All right, but you say you're from Fayetteville. I'm a little bit familiar with the Fayetteville area, especially like even the music scene. I'm sure it's changed a little bit since I lived there, but it's probably still a little bit the same because a lot of people that I know from there that do music, I still hear the same conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody trying to figure out a way to get up out of that Fayetteville bubble.
I ain't gonna front, like I always, when I made music, I'm the type of person, like, man, I always try to think outside the box. So I always did my own thing though.
Yeah.
I always did my own thing. Like I ain't never been like in a rap group. Like I always did my own thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I never like, you know, I always did my own thing. I always support artists, always work with artists, they always work with me though, man. But like I ain't never been the type of person to get caught up in like rap beefs or nothing like that in the city. Like always been love on my end.
I can hear it in your music. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, they try to fit in the box instead of standing outside of it. I can tell your mind lives outside the box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
like I'll see a person like you, like, yo, I'm in the Air Force, like that stuff like motivate me, like, yo, bro, like I need to talk to this dude.
Yeah.
Like you'll be a person that motivate me. Not any person as a black man doing something positive and having success in their career, like that's a person I'll be wanting to learn from and be around. Like so that's how I live my life. And but just to make it translate to the music, when I started making music, I always knew like you gotta you got to be able to own your own equipment though. So before I even started rapping, I had bought equipment though. I'm saying I wasn't a rapper. I was making beats. I bought my own microphone. And matter of fact, I still got this microphone I bought from like '09. I still use it sometimes. I always knew if you own your equipment, it's like a car. If you got your own, like if you got your own car, when you're a teenager, you ain't gotta ask somebody for a ride. That means you ain't gotta never go nowhere you don't want to go. You ain't never gotta be around somebody that you don't want to be around. So me having my own equipment, I never had to deal with nobody that I didn't want to deal with. I never had to. Oh, I want let's be in the rap group because goddamn Jacob got the studio, I got the raps, and Batman got the dance moves. Like I always had, I always had complete control over what I did and what I want to create. So a lot of like BS, it never really came my way because, and I make beats though. So it's like, I just now stopped rapping on my beats. Like I probably make a beat once. I make one or two beats each project, like single lights 1, 2, and 3. But I was really rapping before that though. Before I kind of like was like, but I wasn't. I can't say I was serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but when I wasn't serious, that's when I rap into like you'll see on my track list. I'll probably make like 19 of the beats on there. So I wasn't going. I wasn't going to nobody for beats, and I was recording myself.
Yeah.
And like you said, like we discussed like offline about the graphic design. I'll probably make my own album cover. So it was just like it just certain things, certain stuff. I avoid a lot of like teenage emotions though because I didn't have to depend on nobody for anything. You know what I'm saying? And I went to East High School, and I started making music like after high school though. But I never really moved out the Ville though. So it's like I still had the same people that rock with me from high school and from my area that I didn't need nobody for no type of like clout, no exposure. So I already had everything I needed to start what I need to do if I was just being consistent with it. So that's kind of like all the stuff that came with being a rapper, all the headaches, all the negativity. Like I never really had to see that as much though because I controlled my destiny so much.
Man, like in all of that you just said, the key things I got out of that was self-sufficiency, consistency, and you got a dope support system, right?
Yeah.
So how do you maintain consistency in the client, like especially in music, being a rapper, being an artist? And I know you said that you do your own thing, so that helps a lot. And I think when people stray away from trying to fit into that box, it helps. So, props to you for that. You know what I'm saying? But what is it that drives you, like, as far as that consistency, knowing how the game works? You know what I mean?
You work hard, be consistent, network, and willing to spend money, and willing to be humble, and just keep learning. You're going to get somewhere, whether you be as big as Jay-Z, or you be as big as Pusha T, you could be as big as Being the Butcher. You just got to believe in yourself. You got to, like, put the right people around you. And so that's really what drives me, knowing that if I do this stuff right, man, something could come from it, though, man. Like, something got to come from it, though. Like, there's people in the game that's not as big as Drake, though.
Yeah.
So it's just like, people in the game is not as big as Jay-Z, but they still in the game, though. There's still other people in the game, like Fat Joe. There's other people like Busta Rhymes. You know what I'm saying? So I just know if I keep going hard, you get the opportunity for, and like as we get older, the window of opportunity, because of rappers being older, it's not as bad as it was when we was younger, where it was smaller.
Yeah.
Now it's like kind of like the age of rapping is kind of like usually like almost 40. Jay-Z like 50, Kanye West like 44.
Yeah.
It was just like, man, it's like the window is kind of more open. So it's like you got even more time now to figure it out. So just stay motivated and keep grinding.
And I love to see that paradigm shift. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember when they always said that rap was a young man's sport, you know what I mean? And then when you get to a certain point, and it would get to the point where people be like approaching 30 and they'd be like, oh, you too old to rap. But now I like how it's kind of transitioning to that rock star mentality. Like, rock stars can be 100 years old and people still be like, yo, that's my favorite artist.
Learn skills. Like I said, once again, like we said offline, like if you know how to do graphic design, you always gonna know how to do graphic design. You might have to learn a new program, a new Photoshop, or whatever, but you know the basic skills. And that's why I feel like I know the basic skills. Like I can write a rhyme, I can write a chorus, I can harmonize, I can make a beat, I can record myself and mix mastering and everything. So it's like, it's not nothing that could really, if somebody say, yo, man, Doc, we not listening, we don't like the music, man. You can't come to the studio. It's not gonna stop you from putting out music. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, controlling your own destiny though, man. So then it's like, the music never gonna be a problem. Now it's like, okay, I can get a music video made. So it's like controlling your own destiny though, because sometimes you can go in certain spaces, certain rooms where you just not gonna be it to them. Like you're not gonna be what they into, and it's like, what, you gonna stop existing? You gotta still keep moving.
Yeah. So with that said, then, in your eyes, from your perspective, what does it mean to you to make it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would success look like to you?
Success would be, man, for me, all my money comes from music, like, or just like I don't have to go to a quote unquote 9 to 5.
Yeah.
That would be success. I feel like that would be success. Once you get to that point, like, yeah, with your mom and your grandma not asking you why you ain't go to work, so they already know, like,
yeah, that's success, you know, right there.
That's success, like, you know what I'm saying? That would be success. And then after that, I just feel like with the opportunity you get, man, it's like, it's everybody get an opportunity. Everybody gonna get their shot. It's about what you do with your opportunity, though, man. How far you take it, though. But sometimes, man, the opportunity, man, that one opportunity is take it. Like J. Cole, I think he signed with Rock Nation for like 20 bands, but the opportunity was priceless, though. So exactly. It's just like the opportunity, man, is what's more important, though, man. That, you know what I'm saying? That's why I more so feel like success is like being able to say, oh yeah, I make money off rap. I don't gotta go to work.
Yeah, and you know what you mentioned earlier, like with me being in the Air Force, right? So speaking to that. And I try to encourage a lot of people, a lot of brothers, especially, like, regardless of my career, like, there's always that thing of, because I know a lot of people that's in the Air Force that have other talents that they want to pursue. But because you feel like you're stuck in that box, it's hard to get out of it.
Yeah, they'll look at you crazy who want to leave the Air Force to do something. I want to go play the guitar. Like, you crazy, man. Like, you know, like the Air Force, like, man, that's a great career. Even inside the military, it's still one of the higher. I'm saying it's higher up there.
It is, so but like, you know. But one thing I learned is, like, while you're in, and it's a message to everybody that's into, like, while you're in, don't let it stop you from pursuing what you want to do. So, like you said, people, it's not necessarily about leaving it, but learning how to do what you want to do while you're in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, my passion has always been creating. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether it be graphic design, writing. I wish I could rap. You know what I'm saying? So I just stick to poetry. I'm trying to learn how to do spoken word now because I want to recite my stuff. You know? It's cool to just not, like you said, self-sufficiency. I learned how to do everything myself. So once you learn how to do that and not be stuck in a box, I think that's why we click too, man. I think that's why we vibe, because you're not stuck in a box at all. Like, you think outside, and I could tell from your music. It's 10 green lights.
When you sing to me, great vibes cling to me. Tryna do good, but bad bitches got a thing for me. Listen, this is what it sound like when devils cry. Listen, this is like an upper echelon ghetto lullaby, minus the happy ending and fairy tale lies. Nights you used to cry on my shoulder, I told you to wipe your eyes. As I held you close, now it's lawyers and spiteful quotes. Who could foresee that we would be newly divorcees, sitting in court seats, not speaking for weeks. You make me sick, but still, you make me weak. You want demon time? Can you be an angel for me? Let's tear these papers up, forget the lawyer stuff. Cause at the end of the day, all we got is us. All we got is trust.
Will you be on for all the time? I'm on my side. Take care of you, be there for you. You'll be mine, just say you're mine. I was just thinking to myself, first time I saw you, couldn't think about nothing else. On my hunger to my right to look and see you for yourself. Knew you were the one, I didn't want nobody else. Something different that I felt like you were my soulmate. I was looking at myself in the mirror, never seen anything clearer.
The artwork to it. You know what I'm saying? Because I noticed on 10 Green Lights, I think it was the first one, you were sitting in the car, right? And you had the bottle and it said 10 acres and a mule.
Yeah.
That was dope.
I was in my neighborhood, College Lakes. I think it was around a pizzeria by the barbershop Shortcuts. And my man BJ, Cab 229, he had pulled up. He from I think from out there in Longburg, he had pulled up. We had shot the scene. My man Colin did the photos. You know what I mean? Colin, we met at Fayetteville State later on in life. But yeah, we had the bottles represent like 40 acres and a mule. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know, the promise of every slave, you saying? Once they got freedom, they get 40 acres and a mule. And I was like, sometimes it get masked behind drugs and alcohol. But the pain of like not getting that, you know what I'm saying, that promise fulfilled. I actually was gonna keep using the bottle, but like after part 2 it had broke. And I told once it broke, I said like, man, I guess I said that's it. Like I was like, that's it.
It broke.
Yeah, it broke. Like I shot one. I was doing something for two, and matter of fact I was shooting something, man. It broke. It dropped. I'm talking about it was. I'm talking about I had that done for like a whole 2 years, and it just broke. It was like, man, after that I was like, yeah, it gotta be a reason it broke. I just left it alone.
Yeah, it was a sign. It was a sign to move to a new visual.
Yeah, new visual though, man. But that's what that was about though, man. And part two, that was a picture from the same photo shoot though. And that was just me pouring out the liquor as far as like certain people that we lost and along the way, I'm saying, pouring out stuff like that. That's why I was pouring it out. And part three was like we was somewhere in North Carolina where I took that photo shoot. My man Hab took that photo shoot for me. He shoot a lot of my videos. And that was just the flying do-rag. Just like now, like you know what I'm saying, like, oh, like I'm a black ghetto superhero now.
That's what I was getting from it. I got black ghetto superhero. That's
yeah. That's what I was like. I'm a black ghetto superhero though, man. It's like the long do-rag, I didn't want it to be like looking too feminine, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, that was the best look it had where it looked like strong, you know what I'm saying? Like it was dope. Black ghetto super. Yeah, appreciate that.
So I think to be honest, I think the third one is my favorite of the trilogy.
I appreciate that.
I don't mean to say trilogy because it's more to them, right? It's a series.
It might be. It's probably done. Like I probably won't. I probably won't go back. Yeah, you said it's trilogy, man. I probably won't go back to that, man. I don't think I'll go back to that though.
I can tell that you have a diverse taste in music. Yeah. Because on 10 Green Lights 3, like I was saying, the first song, the second song, the third, like all of them dope, man. But a couple that stuck out, Mariah.
I said me Mariah. I said me Mariah.
Who's Mariah, if you don't mind? Like, because I know as a writer, like sometimes you write about something like personals.
That was man, that was me, Mariah. That was like ODB, Old Dirty Bastard, and Mariah Carey.
Gotcha.
Yeah, said that me and Mariah go back like babies and pacifiers.
Me and Mariah go back like babies with pacifiers.
Yeah,
like that just be like, man, that be the 90s in me though. Like a lot of times, man, it's like when I was a kid, I wasn't no rapper. So it's like as I got older, you still be expressing stuff from your childhood through your music. Yeah. So like, that was like one of the stuff I remember of Old Dirty Bastard as a kid was like me and Mariah go back like babies and pacify. And I always like putting certain things in my songs so people that's like even way older than all of us could be like, oh, I'm saying they understand, like, but I just put my own my own twist to my own spin to it though.
Yeah.
But still showing love to the past though.
Yeah. I thought it was like an ode to an old girlfriend or something. Cause I know like when you write, sometimes it's hard to put people in there because when you look back at it, if it don't work out, you be like, nah, I hate that song now. I hate that song. I can't even listen to it now.
Yeah.
But Dawson's Creek. Creek. That's tough.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We shot that in New York, the video. Yeah, man. I had that was probably one of the first songs I recorded for part 3 though. Dawson Creek. Probably was one of probably the first songs I recorded for that project that was Dawson Creek. And so when that was like one of the groundworks for the project. And I'll probably do like on my next project, man, I'll probably do like three songs like that. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say because while we on Dawson's Creek, to me, like, and you could tell, I want to see what your interpretation of it is, or what your aim was for it. Because from what I got from it is, you're kind of speaking to the plight of the black man. You know what I'm saying? Like how we have to worry about facing the barrel of the gun from the police, and then also the barrel of the gun from people who look like us. You know what I'm saying? So is that kind of like where you was going with it?
Yeah, and that's how I always got to go with it though, because like I had to realize, like, man, I know like how it is for me, that is how it is for me. It's both ends. So I could never just be that like, oh, that artist is like just like be so like oblivious to being pro-black that it's like, yo, man, I gotta be pro-self, because sometimes, man, niggas that look like me trying to kill me.
Yeah.
It's like something like niggas look like me trying to harm me. So it's like I understand it worked both ways though. So I always look at stuff that way though, man. Like, yo, man, like, yeah, this dude might have systematic racism, or he might goddamn think I'm a nigga, or he might think I'm not better. I'm not on the same level as him, or he might want to goddamn keep me, quote unquote, under him though, or oppressed. But at the same time, this nigga will blow my head off, I'm saying, for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, like, just how they don't want me in their neighborhood, if I go in his neighborhood with my gold chain on and they don't know me, they gonna probably most likely rob me, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if I reach with my gun, they're gonna kill me like they got a right to. You know, I ain't did nothing to them. So it's just like I forever always look at it both ways though.
Yeah.
I was like when I said on my song, my homegirl, I was like, man, I said, man, when the cops want to lock me and my own kind want to Biggie pop me, refuse with, makes the most sense. Who can I run to when your complexion hunt you? Like certain things, like be like be like you be stuck in limbo sometimes.
Yeah, I kind of look at that as and I don't know why other people don't look at it this way. And by other people, I'm talking about like the powers that be. I think that that's more so like a mental health type thing. You know what I mean? Because when you live in those type of conditions, it kind of deteriorates your mental health a little bit, and people don't look at it in that way. Because like, what other reason will we have to try to kill each other other than where we live? And when you put somebody in that type of environment, what do you expect? You know what I mean? Like your back against, if your back is against the wall, you in survival mode all day, every day. And so now you get aggressive for no damn reason. Like now you want to kill that man because he got a gold chain. You want to kill him because he got something that you don't have. But I mean,
you know, sometimes they just I'm gonna try to take it and then they end up killing you. It's like they not realize, like, you know, but that definitely though, man. That's life be crazy like that though, man. For real.
But I appreciate your music so much too, because you don't really perpetuate that mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like you give more hope and open people's mind and open people's eyes to a different type of world, you know. And relatability too, because you talked about a lot of stuff people can relate to on was it Big Mama's house?
I used to stay with my mama stay with my nana, my auntie stay there too. We really came from the bottom, I ain't got nothing to lose, ain't got nothing to prove. Eviction notice on the door, cause the rent passed due. Family dollar toys for Christmas, like fuck your wish list. My forever wishes to have a home alone Christmas, all alone in my zone, thinking how my life could be different. I ain't never had no hoop dreams, never had to find a thing. See it past this vast environment was my only scheme. My scene, trials and tribulations make you wanna scream. Life is like a movie on a panoramic screen.
Supposed to be doing a video to that song, man. I've been kind of procrastinating though, because I've been trying to get the ideas to it, right? How I want to do it, because like I got this one song called Go to Marcus, and I don't want to do the video like the Big Mama House the same way I did Go to Marcus. You know what I'm saying? So I want to find a way to make it unique. That's the only reason. So I got some ideas, and I'm about to hit my mans up, put it in play though, so I could really like, because I know that's just a video that before I even move on, I think I definitely got to do a video to that song, because that's a song that I feel like people really want though. People really want, and I feel like that would give my project even more life. You know what I'm saying, by doing a video to that song.
All right, so you said you're in the process right now of making the new album, right? Yeah,
because I want to, man, you know, only time I can drop an album a year was on COVID that year. COVID was crazy, but I dropped one like 18, 19. I dropped one 21. So I'm trying to drop one. So I'm trying to do like Jay-Z did, was doing it. I'm saying I'm trying to drop an album every year, like a project every year though. I had came to a point like years ago, even before 10 Like 3 trilogy, I was like, yo, I'm not gonna rap about dreams. Like, oh, I want to dream and get it out, man. I want to make it out. I said, I'm like, nah, like, I'm like every upcoming rapper is talking like that. I want to make real songs that they could be like, yo, this song should be getting played by people like me, Mariah, or something saying like, so I want to make any given Sunday. I want to make hip hop songs too. It's like, and I also want to be barred up. But just like when it comes to making like music, I always try to put down like what I'm not gonna rap about, so I don't have in a certain subject matter, because when I want people to listen to my music, I don't want them to really be feeling like, oh, he's an upcoming rapper. If I could get people to just, oh, it's just good music, then I feel like I did my job. I don't want nobody like, oh, well, it sounds like upcoming. Like I want it to sound like good music. This next project, though, man, trying to make sure like super barred up. It's so crazy. Like when I first just make music, I used to only be known for like my rap skills. You know what I'm saying? And I had to show people I could write songs. I had to, do all this and that. And it's like, now it came to the point now, it was like, before I go all the way left, I made a song called Yo S Die. Why you stop making that real hip hop? We wish the old man with the high top, and you can sing it too much and what you went pop. Like I remember I made a song like that years ago, Because when I be singing a lot, I think people be forgetting that like I really can spit too though.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's why I said like the Dawson Creeks, like songs like that is like I probably instead of just one or two, I'll make like three of those type songs on my next project. You feel me?
Yeah, that's appreciated because that don't go hard. So like one of the things that I noticed too, like, and you said it, I think you said it a couple times, and I can hear it in your music is like you don't try to sound like everybody else or what the trend is out there. Like you stay in your own lane.
Because I want people like you rock with me though. People I know from different places. Like I know like I know, man, like that's one thing, like even with the New York stuff. Like I was born in Brooklyn, New York. I moved to Fayetteville when I was a year old. I started pre-K everything in Fayetteville. Like I'm a super Fayetteville dude. But it's like I went to New York every summer, and then I eventually moved back up there for 4th and 5th grade. I went to PS22 and Park Slope, Brooklyn. Then like I went back to Fayetteville. Then I moved back up there for 7th, 8th grade. I went to IS 218 middle school in East New York, Brooklyn.
Okay.
So I always been in Fayetteville like since I was that's all I know. When I went to New York, they just called me like North Cackalack, this and that. But I always knew that in life, man, you gotta see past your environment though, because it's just like the dress game in DC and New York is way more treacherous, it's way more cutthroat. Like it's like being fly is like way more important though. And it's like certain things you can get away with in like Cumberland County and Fayetteville, they'll clown you for wearing in DC and New York City. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm knowing that though, because I'm going to New York City on this every summer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm knowing like, hey yo, don't get no B boots, nigga. Get some Timberlands. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't get no
off brand construction junk.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain things that I realized that, man, life though, man, it might be people in my environment, it might be like 20 people in my environment, like, man, I ain't listening to that shit though, man, that shit ain't for me. But then it might be 10 niggas in DC, 20 niggas in New York, like that make up for that though.
Yeah.
But see, like, but with me, niggas in the Ville gonna always fuck with me anyways. Like I never had a problem getting niggas to fuck with my music because niggas already know me. They know like, man, damn, bro, like, man, I like hearing somebody that's not capping they rap. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, even though Buddy not talking about my lifestyle, that's cool because he got them talking about his true lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? His struggle, his project pain, his Section 8 struggle. He ain't talking about, oh, he got trying to act like he a big gangster. My homies that's gangsters, street dudes, they all like, yeah, they know like, man, Dot a real dude. They all gonna vouch for me because they know like Dot, he ain't gonna try to be in his raps capping. They're like, yeah, I'm on the block, selling the rocks. Like
yeah. Hey, like, but you know what's great? That's what you hear a lot of people saying. That's the way that they do it.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it. Maybe because I've gotten outside of like my neighborhood. Because I remember before I went into the military, I had friends like trying to talk me out of it.
Yeah.
They like, nah, why you doing that? Like, don't do that. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I gotta expand my mindset. Like I gotta see something else.
Yeah, facts, man. You did the right thing, man. Like it's paid off for you, man. Real, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it back. I wouldn't take it back. And because it's like once you see that the world is bigger than your block, you can't go back. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy because, like I said, I live in a different city now from when I grew up, but I'm in the same. I mean, I grew up around the same area. Like everything's close. Everything I can get back to where I live, where I grew up, maybe like 20-25 minutes. Everything is like 25-30 minutes from each other. Like that's why I said DC probably like I said it's probably like 30 minutes from here. Everything 30 minutes. It's almost like when you order Chinese food, it's always 10 minutes, no matter how much you order. You know what I'm saying? So
that makes sense, 30. Man. That's all we look at with music, man. It's like make the music that people gonna rock with at a greater like make the music that more people gonna rock with. That don't mean the people that's gonna rock with are gonna be the people right in front of you. But in the long term, it's like you can make music that only people in your immediate city are like, or you can make music that people in your city are like and people in other cities are like. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I think, and that's why some people don't really have a global sound or a sound bigger than their area because they make the music that they feel like people around them going to accept. But sometimes you got to think more advanced than people around. You got to be the Pharrell, you got to be the Dr. Dre, you got to be the Kanye. Well, you got to think more advanced than the people around you, though. You got to have your sound they might not understand it too. Like some people that been around me, they just now understand it. I might meet people like you that understand it immediately, like, oh, yeah, I understand what you're doing. But
Yeah.
there's some people, man, it might have took them a longer time to understand. Or I blame myself. I probably wasn't consistent enough back in the day. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But it's like, and there's some people though, man, that just like, hey Mac, you know, he taught me at E.E. Smith though. So that's why I told he's my high school teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, he taught theater art. So you know, me and K Mac, we go way back, like back in the day though, man. Like you saying, that's one of my like that's like family. So you know, like he already seen me in high school when I was like the first one having the hot top fade, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This and that, wearing all the SB dunks. So like
He saw it in you.
so once I started making music, it's like, oh yeah, I know Doc. That's who he is. Like he's not the person that's not a cool dude or quote unquote cool dude. So like I never did nothing to be cool because like even to this day, like I never smoked weed, I never even drunk alcohol. Like I really be chilling. Like I ain't never did nothing. I really be chilling. So it's like,
I mean,
so
you ain't
he's
got to
like,
try to be cool when you are cool. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's how it kind of was though, man. It's like he seen like, yo, man. So once I started rapping, like everybody knew, like, well, dang, like it made sense. I wasn't a person trying to be like, I wasn't trying to find like I never used music as like a scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? Like it was only a way to express my creativity. If I didn't make music, bro, I probably wouldn't even post on my Instagram. You know what I'm saying I'll probably post enough for the girls to see.
Yeah.
And hey, what's up, shorty? And
And
I
that's
really
it.
like. I'm not like I don't make music. I don't love attention. Like I don't like, oh, I just like if I was right now, if I was with you, man, and you like, yo, I'll bring my camera with me. Bro,
Yeah.
I'll be taking photos for you. Like, and I would never stop nobody, but yo, I rap. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm here to see him do his spoken word, do his poetry.
Right.
I really have no problem with just I don't love attention like that. If I ain't make music, that's the only time I get attention through music, but I make sure I earn the attention I get.
That's what sets somebody apart. A couple things. That's what sets an artist apart from somebody who just makes music, right? Because you're expressing yourself and how you truly feel, as opposed to somebody who's just trying to make words rhyme and sound cool. You know what I mean? And then also, it's crazy. The more people that I talk to that, you know, we align in our train of thought, in an artistic way. I noticed that we think alike as far as like I wouldn't have Instagram or none of that if I didn't have businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like I could care less.
That's why I got my name on Instagram as S.Music though, because I noticed that when you don't let people know, like I'm gonna be posting music content, which I'm gonna be posting. So it's like people will unfollow you though. Like I remember like it's like now it's like, man, you lose like on my road to even trying to get. I told myself once I get like 3,000, 4,000 followers, I'll probably delete my Facebook though, because like the Facebook, it'd be all the people, my family, my friends, my city, but it just be like it'd be easier to like expand to Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when I get to a certain number of Instagram, I'll probably delete my Facebook though, because I don't really be on Facebook like that though. But I was just saying like with the Instagram, man, like if I didn't have music, man, I'd probably just post enough. But it wasn't really like, I don't know. I don't really like attention for no reason. It gotta be an end result, gotta be a reason for me to get this attention. Like, hey, just look at me. Like,
Yeah. You know what part of where I think you gotta go as far as like growing to, so like a couple things I know. Social currency is important, right? So like you gotta get people's ear, you gotta get people talking about it, you gotta get people interested in it.
Yes, sir.
But then outside of the social media currency, you got to get to the point where you get back. I think sometimes we got to go back to the grassroots side when you get out and you touching the people, like you out there, you really shaking hands and kissing babies.
Yeah, that don't work good because like I remember my man, shout out my man Clark. We did like a tour, a little like a tour, kind of like a four loop, like Fayetteville, Charlotte, Atlanta, Florida. We had did some shows and stuff. He had put together, and it just like, yo, like you said, man, like going out to them places, man, meeting them people though, man. Like I was getting like followers on top of followers. I'm saying, and they still follow each other. We still like each other stuff, man. Share each other stuff though, man. Was meeting new people though, and like when they was hearing my music, man, they was just like gravitating towards it. Like that was like a good look, man. Like you said, that grassroots, man, it be different though sometimes though, man. When you like kind of unplug online, you actually go.
Sometimes you got to do that.
Yeah, and I even go like that's why even Fayetteville, I might, if I'm not performing, I might still go out to, you know what I'm saying, a show, you know what I'm saying? I go out to a show, somebody's show, man, and you meet people, you talk to them, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I know I'm a genuine person though, so I know like I'm gonna always be able to connect no matter where I go, because like I'm not the type of person like when you meet me today, you ain't gotta meet me no more. I'm the same person today I'm gonna be till I pass away. But
relationships like that always last longer. You know what I'm saying? Like when people, a lot of times when people meet you, they really gravitate to you, the person, and then everything you do outside of that is just a bonus. You know, I had to learn that myself. That's why like COVID really got me to doing doing stuff like this virtually.
Yeah.
But now, and I'm glad you suggested it when we talked earlier. I want to get into like actually meeting up and doing stuff in the presence of the person. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we definitely gonna do that, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, man. I got a lot of content I gotta cook up, man. And so the 10 Year Life 3 run, and it's like starting my new project. I'm saying see Jesus, see Judas. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, that's dope.
like I'm saying, for every good person you see is always somebody, I'm saying, right there. I'm saying for every good it is always some evil right there.
Yeah.
If you see good, you're gonna eventually see evil.
Yeah, that's life. That's balance. Yin and yang.
Yeah.
All right, all of that.
And I appreciate the opportunity. You know, 10 Year Life 3 online. You go stream it. It's on all social platforms. You know, you can follow me s.music on Instagram and Twitter. For real,
Cool.
man.
Cool, man. It's been a pleasure having you, brother. And
Yes, sir,
of
man.
course,
Appreciate it, man.
Hey, look, this is the first time we talk, but it's not gonna be the last time we talk.
Yes, sir, man. Yes,
you know, we gonna keep building all of that. Hey, man, peace.
Peace, man. Peace and love, man.